Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's so sunny, it's starting spring weather, and it's just really nice out. I don't know why I woke up feeling icky. I went to class feeling off. Also, I got these new sunglasses. I don't know if they look good on me. Austin said they look like movie theater 3D glasses. I'm giving them a try. I think they look good. I'm not sure if they look good. They look good, but I'm not sure if they look good on me. Anyways, what do I do when I don't feel good? I go to the bookstore. There's so much joy in that little four-wall building. It cures depression. I'm just kidding. Like, it just cures my sadness. I was thinking of doing a video. I have been reading everything about romance. I've read thrillers, fantasy, I don't know what else, but I haven't read a good romance aside from the 7-Year Slip, and I'm kind of craving some of that romance, rom-com feeling. So in this video, we're gonna read romances for a week, and I also want to just get new books. Let's go look for a new romance book. That is the bookstore right there. I don't know if a lot of you guys know. I don't think you guys even care, but there's no Barnes and Noble where I'm from because I'm in Canada. So our bookstore is, yeah, that's our main bookstore where books cost an arm and a leg. At least I'm gonna be happy, but not my bank account. Hi guys, it's the next day. I did buy some books yesterday. I just couldn't start reading new books because I forgot that I was in the middle of another book, which is this book. If you want to know what I think of this book, go watch the video I have up. I think it was, I read my highest and lowest rated book on my physical TBR, so that should be up when you're seeing this. Anyways, let's go through the books that I got yesterday. These are the books that I got yesterday. I did get carried away. I also didn't film as much because it was so busy in there. There was so many people in each aisle that I just kind of got shy bringing my phone out and recording, but I got some really good books. So let's start with the books that I bought for this video, or specifically romance genre. First one that I got, I know is so popular. I've gotten like recommendations from my friends to read it, which is Flawless by Elsie Silver. I know this is like part of a series. Is there like 5 books? The only thing that bothers me about this book is the cover. Like, why is Flawless like cut right here? But like they couldn't move it a little bit this way because there's so much space here. Anyways, this one, I heard this one is like a cowboy small town romance, so that's kind of interesting. This will be my first cowboy romance. The story is about Rhett and Summer. Rhett is apparently like a professional bull rider, but then he got into like this fight in public, and now Rhett's agent telling him to lay low for a little bit to clean up his image, and the agent assigned his daughter for full-time supervision for Rhett. So I guess they fall in love. I don't know if I explained that well, but yeah. The next book that I got is also part of a series and very popular. I'm sure you've heard it. It's The Fine Print. It's the first book in the Dreamland Billionaires. Is it the first book? Yeah, this is the first book. The second book is Terms and Condition, and the last book is Final Offer, I think. I think the series is about brothers that inherit amusement park. From what I've heard, this book is about Rowan and Zara. In the back, there's messages from both characters, and Rowan says, "I'm in the business of creating fairy tales, theme parks, production companies, 5-star hotels. Everything could be all mine if I renovated Dreamland. My initial idea of hiring Zara was good in theory, but then I kissed her. Things spiraled out of control once I texted her using an alias. By the time I realized where I went wrong, it was too late. People like me don't get happy endings, not when we're destined to ruin things." And then Zara says, "After submitting a drunk proposal criticizing Dreamland's most expensive ride, I should have been fired. Instead, Rowan Kane offered me a dream job. The catch? I had to work for the most difficult boss I'd ever met. Rowan was rude and completely off limits, but my heart didn't care, at least not until I discovered his secret. It was time to teach the billionaire that money can fix everything, especially us." The next book I got is because I loved this author's other book that I read in one of my videos, and that is The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. To this day, I cannot shut up about The 7-Year Slip. I hope this lives up to it. I heard this is like about a girl who's like a ghostwriter. I guess she writes books, but then I guess she had to go home because her father died and she needed to go to the funeral, and then she like sees this ghost at father's funeral or something, and they start talking and they fall in love. Like, that's a very different approach to a romance. Like, that's why I love The 7-Year Slip. Like, the idea of the apartment going back in time and the main character falling in love with a man from 7 years ago. It's giving the same vibes. The guy's dead, so I don't know if it's gonna be a happy ending. The next book is also a cowboy romance. I've seen this around so much and I just love the covers. It is Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. These covers, I know there's a new one that just came out. I think it's like Swift and Saddled. I'll put it up here. But these covers remind me of like Archie comics, and that was like such a throwback. I loved Archie comics. I actually don't know what this is about. I just picked it up because I've seen it on TikTok. And then two books that I got that weren't really like related, doesn't have anything to do with this video. I just like happened to come across it and I was like, I kind of want to get that. First one is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I've heard so much about this. Like, I heard it was sad, and I got the special edition. There was like the black one, and then I saw this one like at the very back, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna grab this. Comes with a little bookmark. And then the next book, I actually don't know anything about it. I just saw it at like the checkout counter and I was just like, oh my god, this is such a beautiful book. Cashier kind of was like, yeah, and it's like a new release and it's really good, I've read it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy it. It is Fate Inked in Blood. Recently came out and apparently it's a local author. I don't know. This is not what drew me to it. It's the edges. Look how pretty the edges are. It's like metallic and sparkly at the same time. I need to put myself in a book buying ban. Let's pick the first book in this video. I think I'm honestly like gravitated towards these two books. I don't know which one. I'm gonna go with Flawless first because I'm intrigued by the one bed trope. So let's get started. Hey guys, it's like an hour later. I'm about 54 pages into the book. I also started reading on my Kindle because my hand was cramping holding up the books, and it's also Kindle Unlimited. On Kindle it says I'm 15% the way through the book. And just my first impressions. I just want to say how much I love that this book is set in Alberta, Canada, because I'm in Canada, and I just love that, and just like how it describes scenery and everything, and I'm very well getting small town vibes. It's so cozy and I love it. I also love how playful and careless Brett is with this whole situation despite everything that he's in right now because of his doing, but I just can't help but laugh at the milk incident. Like, he hates milk, and that's it's just so funny. If you know, you know. I also love that they can't stand each other because I'm in the part where she's there on the ranch she grew up in, and she's staying there with him because she's the glorified babysitter, and she's met 3 brothers and the dad, and it's just, I love it. That's all I really have to say. I'm gonna keep reading. I'm on chapter 6 and it's going really good so far, so I have high hopes. Guys, there's this quote: "We don't look at each other as we walk, but he touches my shoulder gently and gestures me across his body. He moves me to the opposite side of him before taking a position by the road." Austin does that all the time and I love it. It makes me feel secure. Guys, the one bed trope is coming up real fast and I'm here for it. I love it. I thought they were gonna kiss. All that tension for what? Hey guys, it's a little bit later now. I'm this much in the book. I've been reading on my Kindle and it says I'm 48% in. I love the banter between the two characters. They're so sarcastic and I don't know. I just love that. I love that they're slowly warming up to each other and their thoughts about each other. You know. Anyways, it is now 7. Oh, it's exactly 7. Austin wants to watch Oppenheimer. Is it Oppenheimer? But I don't know. It's just not my vibes. But now I'm kind of watching it with him. I'm gonna read for the rest of the night with him here while he's watching the movie. So I think I'll come back probably tomorrow. It only took 60% of the book. This book has me screaming, giggling, and kicking my feet. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Some of this is kind of cringy. Oh, things are going down. Guys, I just finished Flawless a couple minutes ago. Here are my thoughts. The ending, it was good. I love Summer and Red, but I just didn't feel that much of a connection with them. I think because some parts of it was kind of cringy. There's like 2 chapters in this book back to back of just spice, and a lot of it was just very cringy. However, there's a bonus chapter in Harvey's point of view and it was just so funny. Like, I love that. I loved all the other characters in here. Didn't love the mom or the sister, specifically the mom. I just don't like her. But the dad, I loved him. I love his brothers, especially Cade. I know he comes up as like a grumpy older brother, but something about him strikes me, and I don't know, just attracted to the mysterious guy. I do know that his book is next, so I'm excited to read that. I think it's Heartless, single dad romance, so I'm looking forward to that. But I think I'm gonna rate this 3.75. A 1 star for me is I absolutely hate it. 2 stars, I dislike it, wouldn't recommend, and I haven't rated any books like a 1 or 2 star. And then a 3 book is like I like it enough to recommend it to other people, and a 4 star is, yeah, I like it. It's pretty good. And then 5 stars, like I love it. I can't shut up about it. Anyways, I'm gonna go pick my next read. I don't know what to read, but I'll show you guys some options. I'll be right back. Okay, I've come up with 2 different options, either the fine print or Twisted Love. I'm kind of thinking this one, and it's also Kindle Unlimited. I don't know why, but I'm kind of liking reading on my Kindle right now. I haven't picked it up in a long time, and it's so much easier to read on here. Hey guys, it's the next day. I did start Twisted Love. This is the first book in the Twisted Love series. I believe there's like 4 of them. I'm like 50-60% into the book. Yesterday I just got lost in it because I don't know why, it's just so good. He has a heart of ice, but for her he'd burn the world. That's basically all you need to know to read this book. It's a grumpy sunshine brother's best friend trope, and the main characters are Alex and Ava. Alex is described as a devil blessed with the face of an angel and cursed with a past he can't escape. Driven by a tragedy that has haunted him for most of his life, his ruthless pursuit for success and vengeance leave little room for matters of the heart. But when he's forced to look after his best friend's sister, he starts to feel something else in his chest. A crack, a melt, a fire that would end the world as he knew it. He basically moves next door to Ava, which is the female character in this book, because Ava's brother is going away for some time, and he wanted someone to look after her. And Ava is described as a free spirit trapped by nightmares of a childhood she can't remember, but despite her broken past, she's never stopped seeing the beauty in the world, including the heart beneath the icy exterior of a man she shouldn't want. Her brother's best friend, her neighbor, her savior and her downfall. Alex, oh my god, he's like Ava and her friends just like compare him to a robot because he does not show any ounce of emotion at all, and he's just this grumpy guy. He's young and he's already a COO. I think he graduated early, has a high GPA, and super successful, super rich. This is like who did this to you, or touch her I'll kill you vibes, and I love it. I love that trope. And the guy's so overprotective and like the girl's kind of like helpless. But like when it came to the spicy scenes, some parts were just so cringy. Oh my god. Guys, if you read this, chapter 29, that was so... everything about that was so sad, but also happy. Oh my god, I have no words. I have no words. Anyways, I'm 71% in the book. I think I'm just gonna finish it and update you guys. I just finished Twisted Love. I loved the ending. There was something else that happened near the end of the book which like really added on to the story. I think I would rate it a 4-star. I just took off 1 star because like I enjoyed the plot, I enjoyed the story, and I enjoyed the characters, but there's just some parts that were cringy to me. Other than that, it was really good. I have 2 books that I'm wanting to read. I don't know if I'll start this today. I mean, I have nothing else going on today. I'm just reading. Austin's just watching Lord of the Rings. He's having a movie marathon while I'm reading. I kind of feel like reading the 2nd book in the series. Or I could also read the fine print because I've been wanting to read this, but I don't know. I guess we'll just see what I end up choosing. Hi guys, it's the next day. So last night I started the fine print. I'm not sure if I'm like kind of in the mood for this. I might like softy enough it. I'm not gonna not read it. I'm just like not in the mood right now, and I'm kind of in the mood for a classic rom-com or chick flick, stuff like that, because the last 2 that I read was Flawless and Twisted Love. It's not like the easy feeling and fun rom-com. It's more of like a love story, and I'm feeling that this is kind of like that. So I need like a lighter romance, if that makes sense. A feel-good romance. And I think the Unhoneymooners would be a perfect book because it's springtime. It was actually 20 degrees earlier. I went to go grocery shopping and it was so hot, and I just want a book that like kind of makes me feel like summer because it's so sunny out. I might like actually pull out a chair outside and read outside because it's so nice. I don't know, we'll see. But this one I've been eyeing for a long time, and I think it'd be perfect to read a summer book since we're entering the sunny season. This one is like Enemies to Lovers, and a lot of people compared this to Anyone But You, the movie, and I really want to watch that. So maybe I'll read this first and then watch the movie. It's about Olive and Ethan. I think Olive is she a maid of honor? I know there's a wedding going on. She's the sister of the bride, and Ethan is the best man, and everyone in the wedding ends up getting food poisoning because there was something in the food, but she didn't eat the food and Ethan didn't eat the food, and there's this like honeymoon for grabs because it's non-refundable, and she and Ethan took the opportunity to go. Things end up from there. I think that's what the gist is. And this is my first Christina Lauren book. I have the book Love in Other Words by her, and a lot of people love that. Hey guys, it's the next day. I didn't really do much reading yesterday. I got busy with some school stuff because I had a quiz today that I needed to study for. It is now 2:46. I have quite a bit of free time today to read, so I think I'm gonna do that. I'm 12 pages into the book, so I didn't really read the first chapter. Hey guys, it's been a couple hours since I last updated. I'm now 119 pages in chapter 7 in the book, and so far it's been going so good. So the wedding happened, everyone got food poisoning except for Ethan and Olive because they had their separate meals, and then they decided to take the bride and groom's non-refundable honeymoon and go together, and throughout this whole thing they have to like fake being married, and I love that. It's also giving grumpy sunshine because in the beginning of the book they can't even stand being near each other because they just go at each other's throats. But yeah, giving enemies to lovers. Yeah, so far it's been going good. I think this is the right book that I needed. It's very lighthearted, fast-paced romance, because the last two books that I read, it was kind of more like heavy on the trauma in the love story, and this is just like a classic rom-com. Love this. Okay, I think it's like time for an update. It's later in the night. I've just been reading. I am 208 pages in, and I'm just loving every second of this book. I know I saw a lot of like negative reviews about it, so I was nervous going into it, but I am loving it. I love the banter between them. It started off as them bickering at each other and like just annoying each other, and then it turned into bickering with each other but with some flirtation, and now they're just like complimenting each other through like sarcastic remarks, and I just love that. I'm in the point of the book where they're just like happy, but I know I have like this much left in the book. I know something's gonna come up that's just gonna blow this whole thing over, but then hopefully we get a good ending. I mean, these books we usually do. I'm loving it so much, especially them being in Hawaii. It's just I just love books that take place on a beach house or a tropical setting, or like just like a summer vacation. So if you have any recommendations kind of like that book and The Summer Turned Pretty, stuff like that, please comment them down below because it's almost summertime and I want these types of romances. Hi guys, it is now the next day. I don't remember, I think I updated last night and then I read a little bit this morning and finished the book. This book was so good. I love the ending. I know a lot of people don't really like epilogues because it's like, okay, we get it, they got their happy ending, but this one, the ending was good, but I felt like I needed more, and that epilogue just added the cherry on top. So I would rate this a 5-star. I love how there's less spice in this compared to the past two books that I read. There's some description, especially their first time and stuff like that, but it wasn't too much the other two books. The other times it was implied, so a little bit of a closed door, but it wasn't bad or like graphic. There's also a part in this, the family aspect. Olive, she has this big family and you know they're in each other's business, and I love that, and I can kind of relate to that because I have a big family and we're all close-knit and just has each other's backs. Every time there would be a problem, like they would call each other and then they'd be there in a second with food to feed everyone or ingredients so that they can cook. I feel like that's the same way in my family. If something's going on, there's always people over and there's always food in the fridge and on the table, and it just like makes me miss my family. And it is now like Wednesday, so I have 2 days left. I'm filming till Friday because I think I started this video on Friday. I have two options for the next book. I think we'll only be reading one more in this video because there's only 2 days. The first one is The Dead Romantic as well as Done and Dusted, but I think I'm leaning more towards this because I love The 7-Year Slip. That is one of my favorite books. Hey guys, it's been a couple hours and I'm 65 pages into the book. Chapter 7. It's good so far. So the main character, her name's Florence Day, and it says she's a ghostwriter, and I thought that a ghostwriter was a person who writes about ghosts. Given the story has ghosts in it, that's what I thought, like one would think that, but a ghostwriter is hired to write books that officially credit another person as the author. So she's writing for this famous author named Anne Nichols, I think. So far it's just following her life. She has a contract with this publishing company to publish 4 romance books, and this last one, like, she just can't write a happily ever after, and she asks if she can write like a sad romance book or whatever, a romance book without a happy ending. Obviously the editors say no. She has a new editor named Ben Andor, and he said no because the publishing company is a company that publishes romance books with happy endings. And then something comes up. This is not a spoiler, it's in the back of the book. Her dad passes away and I guess she has to go home for the funeral, and something about her family, her and her dad can see ghosts and no one else in the family can. And yeah, that's where I am. I like it so far. There's a potential love interest in here, but I do know that she meets a ghost and falls in love with the ghost. Is that... Hey guys, it's the next day. I just came home from class. I read a little bit last night and I got like halfway through the book, and this book took a wild turn. I did not see that coming. I don't want to say. I'm gonna read this part. Romance is certainly dead, but so is her new editor and his unfinished business with her, second guessing everything she's ever known about love stories. That part really shocked when that part came in the book. I said I'm like 170 pages in, and I'm enjoying it so far, but there's so much description about everything. In her town, she's describing everything, almost everything, and it's like not really things that add to the plot. Like, it's just like about her life and everything that else that's happened. There's nothing really happening around her that like thickens the plot or something, or anything between her and the ghost, because right now it's just like talking about their family dynamics, her past, and I'm not getting enough of this relationship or her and the ghost. Like, they've sort of had like mostly small talk and some deep conversations, but like that's it. I'm not really feeling connected to any of them at this moment, which is kind of like, it's not bad, but it's like also not good because I'm in the middle of the book and it's still not grabbing my attention as much. So yeah, that's my thoughts so far. This book, I'm 244 pages in, and it's like really hitting me. I'm slowly starting to realize that this isn't like a romance book, like your typical romance book. Ashley Paulson always finds a way to make me cry. I'm slowly starting to realize that it's not about her relationships, her love life. It's mostly about how she's dealing with grief. Ends up like not overcoming it, but being okay and not like drowning in the grief. Like the way that she describes her memories of her dad, her thoughts after he died, all the would've, could've, should've. That's how I've been feeling about my grandpa's death. Even though he passed away like 5 years ago, I'm still thinking about those could have done this, what if, should have, I don't know. I don't want to make this video sad. My expectations of this being a romance book really like changed, because I was going into this like, why is nothing happening like with a relationship or anything, but it's more than that, and I like it. Like, guys. Remember when I said that there's not much about the romance for her? It's happening now. It took a little bit. Maybe it took like, I don't know, 29 chapters or a little bit less than that, but it's happening. So excited. Okay, I just finished the book. I don't even know what to say. I knew what the ending was. Like, I guessed it from the very start, like I did in the 7-year slip. But it wasn't about like that. It was about like the emotional journey Ashley Poston puts me through because she knows how to pull the heartstrings. I guess the ending, I loved it. Skip to this time because I feel like this is a spoiler, but she didn't even see her dad at all. There was so many perfect moments that the dad could have showed up because she could see ghosts. The dad was such a big part of the story and he didn't even show up. Like, I know like the wind and stuff and like the note he wrote with the songs, but didn't even show up. That would have made the book like 10 times better. But it's still good. I think I would rate this book 4 stars. I still loved it. They said like I think I was halfway through and nothing really big was going on, and then at the halfway mark it started to grab my interest and it was so good. It was so good it made me cry. I still did like 7-year slip better. Her romances have a twist to them that is not like your typical rom-com. Hey guys, it's the next day. It's Friday, so it's been a week since I started this video and I thought it'd be the best time to end this video. So in this video, I read 4 books and kind of soft DNF'd 1 book, Flawless, Twisted Love. I started this, but like soft DNF'd it, the Unhoneymooners. And the last book was Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. Those are all the books that I read this week. I hope you guys enjoy this video because I did. I had so much fun reading these romance books, and yeah, comment down below what you guys think about these books and what other books you recommend me reading. And I want a book similar to the Unhoneymooners, just summer vibes.